We got Big Ray back in the house. You drinking some coffee today? You feeling a little better? That was fun, man. We got Max in the house. We got Wally in the house. We got Mark, of course, Jason, Blake, Scott. We got all the regulars in here, and also we have Mike Storey for a little threesome. Ray, you're in the middle. We're gonna bang your butt, bro.
What up, Ray?
What's up, man?
What's up,
this is shades of our movie podcast, because this is the movie podcast crew, and now we're getting some football talking. Love it.
Yeah. Do me a favor, Rob. Don't ever send me clips from the fantasy counselor again. The guy is the biggest clown in America.
Can you believe that? He's taking Ray. I didn't send this to you. It's in the Discord, but he's literally saying, because he faded Puka Nacua this year because he's a bitch. He said because he changed jersey numbers with Devontae Adams, and that's a beta move. That it was a bad pick all along, and even though if you drafted Puka, you're essentially in first place. He's only out 2 weeks, and all his guys are like Genty, Hampton, Henderson. Like, dude, he doesn't make any videos on those guys. He doesn't say anything about those guys. Dante Thornton, Jesus Christ, what are we talking about?
One of his responses to the comments was, somebody said like Puka's out for 2 weeks. He's like, 2 weeks from your number one pick is too long, and I'm like, wait a minute, one of those weeks is a bye week. So he's almost certain to be back after the bye week. So
that's what he's saying. It's essentially like saying, oh, you drafted a guy that has a bye week? How dare you?
Selective memory. The guy's literally like, he's rage baiting, click baiting. He's literally the biggest clown in the entire industry.
It works though, Story, because we don't even have 2.5K subs. He has 100,000 subs.
I don't get it.
Maybe I gotta start being a much bigger.
And
clown.
we're talking about him. About him.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah,
he wins. He wins. Unfortunately, I'm saying he wins. Unfortunately, at the moment.
Let's get to a couple comments here, but real quick, Mike, we did win our matchup, right? Story.
It's TBD. It comes down to JSN versus Nico Collins, but we do have Nick Chubb as a buffer, so we'll see. It is TBD.
Is it like tied? Is it like tied right now?
We've got I'm going to pull up. This is the number one team in the league we're up against. We have a 12-point lead at the moment. He's got JSN. We've got Nico Collins and Nick Chubb.
Oh, bro. And who we're missing? We're missing Ibuka. We're missing James Cook. And who else? We're missing 3 players.
Derrick Henry's on
Garrett
by.
Wilson.
James Cook on by. Yeah.
Dude. We're missing Derrick Henry, James Cook, Garrett Wilson, and Ibuka are not in our lineup, and we're going to win against the number one team.
I don't want to. I'm never going to say we're going to win or we're going to lose, but
how many teams in this league?
12.
It's a Fantrax teamer.
Yeah.
And is it just like a normal, like so not as deep as ours, Rob, in our one league.
It's the ones I did on the draft. It's a 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, 12 teams.
Okay.
So a standard PPR.
Okay.
Let's get to a few questions here, and we'll get to our week 7 recap and big things here. Kittle and Genty dug my grave this week. Let's talk about Ash and Genty, because I gotta say my bets at bad this week. Geno Smith, like, they ran like 25 plays. I feel like, right? I feel like they ran 25 plays.
I read this. They ran like 31 plays or something, which is the lowest in the NFL in the last 31 years or something like that. It's crazy.
The league is set up for offense. That is absolutely insane to even say 31 plays on offense. That'd be like 1/2 for a normal NFL team these days. That's crazy.
Yeah, Pete Carroll is not it there. It's bad.
No.
Max says, am I the only one worried about Tyler Warren? I know he gets his TD, but every time after that, he doesn't do anything. So, yeah, he doesn't have the blow-up games. It's usually like 4 for 60, and he gets touched on every other game. Almost like 2 out of 3 games at this point. Not worried about Tyler Warren at all, because the state of the high-end tight end position, we just saw George Kittle lay an egg. I know that was his first game, but, like, Tyler Warren's top 5 tight end, right, Ray?
Oh, dude. I love Tyler Warren coming into the league and into the season. We've talked about we're Bears fans, and I didn't mind the Colson Loveland pick, but I mean, it's so obvious every single week. Within the first drive, they have that crossing across from the left to the right side where Daniel Jones rolls out and hits Warren for 10 yards if he's hit right away, and then anywhere from 10 to 30 yards, like every single week. Why the Bears can't do that, I don't know, but Tyler Warren is a top 5, no doubt.
Story, you rating him top 5? Kraft is up there as well, but
dude, he's top 3. Like, look at these targets since he started in the league. 5 targets this week, 9 last week, 4, 6, 5, 7, 9. Find me another tight end that's getting that many targets every week. and I'll slot him right into the top 5. Yeah, 5 for 69. If you didn't have the touchdown, he'd still have 5 for 69. He'd still be a top 8 tight end on the week. So,
yeah. But he's
and
also
it's the
top
efficiency, right?
30, so.
It's the efficiency. Like he's pairing. It's George Kittle shit. It's like
so
he targets is enough. And Tucker Kraft's kind of the same way right now. Now Tucker Kraft, I feel like Warren's safer. I would still probably rather have Tyler Kraft over Warren as much as that would say.
I might want Warren, but it's so close. Like they're both studs right now. So
Max says, Big Ray, I'm ready for the sober takes. Sober takes. Do you have any beers today, Ray?
No.
Hey, sober Ray. Who is guarding Kittle? Dion Revis Island? Kittle? Well, no. Here's the thing: is who was guarding Kittle? The defensive end, because Kittle was blocking. That was who was guarding Kittle. I mean,
all day. He's blocking.
And hey, McCaffrey had 31 touches, gentlemen. 31 touches tonight.
Dude, like, I mean, so we were against McCaffrey. I don't like. We're 7 weeks into this nonsense. I don't know that. It doesn't look like he's breaking down anytime soon. It looks like the best pick overall in fantasy.
This is the best he's looked, too. What do you got, Ray?
It's sorry because I picked him last year. That's why.
Yeah. I was just telling Ray, in my league, it's a super flex, right? It's only 10 teams, but it's super flex, 2 tight ends, and just, super deep like I do it. I have Bijan, JT, and CMC. And in PPR, I'm like, dude, if I don't win the league, I'm retiring from fantasy because I have those 3 guys get me 75 points a week. Like,
who are you starting at QB? Geno Smith?
And, no, I drafted Justin Fields, JJ McCarthy, and I have Jackson Dart though, so that's pretty.
I mean, outside of a super flex, Justin Fields is droppable, right?
Oh, like he's droppable now. He got benched, bro. He's out.
14-team leagues, like they'll probably go back to him next week as a starter, but there's no way you can trust him whatsoever.
Just because the money.
Jason says Jason's talking about the counselor because he had a Bucks hat on. He usually wears a Raiders hat. He said did it in a Bucks hat because Jason's a big Bucks fan. Like 30% of the content on Friday night, I had him on the show. Jason, he's a professional fanatic. Shout out to the Patreon members. He loves the fucking Bucks. Ryan, what up, Big Ray with the Redemption Live? Look at this. You're getting some shout outs here. Mr. Load. I love the name, Mr. Load. Love it. Love the pod. Help me while I was going through your mother hard times. Okay. See, you got me by the beginning statement, and I'm like Ron Burgundy, so I just read anything. No, nothing really happened. Ray was just a bit toasty, Blake. You can go back and look at it. It was funny. Michael, what do I do with Kittle? Any panic? What is your guys' panic meter on Kittle right now? I know it was he played every snap. He looked fine. That's why I'm not too worried about it. Story, I'm gonna toss it to you. Any worry?
Like both these teams wanted nothing to do with the passing game. It very much seemed like it was all running all the time. McCaffrey had 24 rushes. Bijan, he caught a little bit, but it was very much a ground and pound type game. Kittle had 2 targets, no receptions. I don't know if they slow rolled him, but he was on the field for virtually every snap. I'm not worried about it. He'll come back and be a top 3 tight end the rest of the season. It wasn't a game that they needed him to do anything.
You agree, Ray?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not worried about Kittle at all. The dude's a stud. He's going to be a Hall of Fame tight end because of his blocking skills on top of his amazing receiving skills. And that's just what Story said. They just had to use his blocking skills today. And it sucks for fantasy wise, but that's just the way the game script went. He's definitely still, I don't know if he's top 3, but he's top 5 for the rest of the year, no doubt.
Max, I am not the counselor, so I will own my Pinheiro hate about 3 weeks ago when I called him a bum and I said he sucked. You shouldn't pick him up or anything. I was like discrediting him from the conversation of streaming kickers. Not only is he a streaming kicker, he's like an every week kicker because he kicks in nice weather and good offense, good environment. So, Max, I'll own that one. I own my wrong takes, and that was rough. Let's see. Barkley is getting traded this week. Eagles don't. Well, he's not getting traded. He might get traded in fantasy lineups, right? Like I feel like in fantasy, he might be one of the most traded players. Are you guys buying or selling Saquon Barkley? Just in a vacuum. If you have him, if you don't have him, whatever. What would you do with him?
Ray, I'll kick it to you because I already have my answer in place.
Well, to be honest, I had him last year, and he was the best of the best. And he's clearly. I mean, unfortunately. Every single year when you're the top scorer in fantasy, there's always digression, and here we are, and he's digressing. And I mean, if you can sell him for high and you'll get something else, I would pull the trigger, but that's just me.
I'm buying him where I can. I actually, Rob, I texted you earlier. I'm gonna buy him. I'm gonna send JCM and Matthew Golden to a Packers fan to get Saquon Barkley.
That's
And
a hell of a trade if you can do that.
Yeah.
I would take that all
Hold
day.
on. What happened with JCM today? Did he get hurt, or they just like bench him, or was it just a bad game? Like what was it?
bad game.
I didn't see him after the third
Offensive
quarter.
line looked very poor this game. Inside of the 5-yard line, they brought Chris Rodriguez in, and that's a concern. He doesn't catch passes. JCM, as much as he's hyped up, he's not a Bijan Robinson light. He's not even close to that. He's Brian Robinson light, frankly, and that's a problem.
You think you can still get that trade done after the JCM performance? That's the problem.
We'll see.
I mean, that guy's an idiot.
Yeah, we'll see.
The only reason I would say you could is because there's nobody on Washington, and there are plenty of people across the fantasy football world that believe in Washington still right now. I'm not saying that they're bad, but like they're obviously on the down right now. But so there might be somebody who would be like, oh, I don't know, like they think there could be an upside there. I don't know. I mean,
I think the Saquon manager is pretty frustrated at the moment. It's been several bad weeks in a row.
Single-digit points in PPR back to like 3 out of 4 weeks. What are we talking? What kind of world are we living in right now? Because
that offense
he's not old.
Weird. That offense is just weird though. It's very fantasy hard unless you have Hurts. It's so literally. I mean, look at AJ Brown today for best game he had all year by a mile. And I want to get
Max, yes, drop Fields for T-Law right now. 4 for passing touchdown. You have to do that. It sucks. I hate it. But Justin Fields blows. I'm gonna own that take too. Jason, let's see. Scott says down 15. Going into tomorrow, I have Goff and he has Laporta. Am I cooked? No, you just cannot have Laporta catch a touchdown. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
If you catch a touchdown, you're out. You're done.
If Laporta doesn't catch a touchdown, I think you're in good position actually.
I would say he's in good position too.
Barkley for D Swift. Bears wanting to. Is this like for like fantasy? No, I wouldn't do that. I still want Barkley.
No.
I did not see the bet slip, Ryan. The Discord was popping today, and I was watching football all day. So, yeah, I know Story was on there a little bit. Who's a realistic target I could try to get for Stevenson? Okay, we got to talk about this now. The Travion Henderson thing, bro. Like, what is going on? This is the least usage he's ever had. Was it 2 touches? Two touches actually. 1 target.
Two touches. And some bum I've never heard of. I can't even tell you the name. He had 5 touches today.
That was in garbage time, but still, that wasn't like you know.
Still, why is it?
Yeah, play him in garbage at this point. That's what he is. Play him in garbage time. Like it's insane because like this was the game that would work for him. Get the guy some run, and he played like a 16% of the snap. Story. What are we doing here? What is going on? Are you dropping Travion Henderson? Story? Are you dropping him?
He's droppable. There's zero reason. Terrell Jennings from Florida A&M got 5 carries this week.
Thank you.
Henderson 2 carries, and he didn't look good on his carries. Unless you're in a 14-team league or you've got 8 deep benches, there's no reason to hold on to Travion Henderson. Like he's never going to crack your lineup this year. They're just not interested in playing him whatsoever.
Here's the question. So now you're essentially setting him off to handcuff land. So is that what you're saying? He's handcuff land? Or would he even get the job if he was?
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it'd be a committee between him and Jennings, and they'd probably call somebody up on the practice squad. I don't know who's on the practice squad. They probably would try to, like, if it happens before the trade deadline, they trade for somebody, or they might sign who's still out there. Like Dalvin Cook still out there, right? Like, would they sign him? I don't know.
Story. Remember, we did about 7-8 days before the start of the season. We did like a special show. It wasn't just about Travion Henderson. It was about the overvalued, overhyped players. And like he led off the list because he had pretty much risen to like the 3rd round. And like I still have 2 shares out of 25. I don't know if you have any shares, but like I know you do, Ray. It was too much, and it like the fact that we're talking about playing time is just mind-boggling to me right now. Because why did they draft him? I know like maybe in the future, but like, what are you doing? Like, why? If you like Stevenson, don't draft a running back. You have other needs: offensive line, defense. Like Ray, what are the? I mean, and the thing is, the Patriots are winning, so like we can't really question their logic because it doesn't matter. But like, it just seems silly to me. Silly Jerry, if you will, Story.
Silly Jerry,
dude. I
because you're silly.
Rod, to be perfectly honest, man, it's honestly insanity that makes me wonder if Travion Henderson did something to Mr. Kraft or Vrabel or something. But to
Yeah.
be honest, Story, like honestly, I if you have a deep enough bench, I would still keep him because if there's anything that happens to Stevenson, I mean, I understand what it looks like, but god damn, dude, you don't draft a dude 39th overall or 38th because the Bears had 39th pick for Luther Burden. You don't pick him 38th overall. And just, I mean, not playing, but obviously he can't pass block, I'm guessing. I mean, that's just my guess. I mean, he can't pass block. So that's why like they can't trust him. I mean, I don't know, but it's absolutely insanity that you waste a very high second round pick and just never ever use him because Stevenson blows in reality. Like he's okay.
I mean, it's got to be more than just the pass blocking. Like you don't shelf a guy that you drafted 38 overall just because he can't pass block. He's getting nothing on the ground, nothing in the like.
Yeah, no, he's horrible. They're literally nothing.
They're not even using him on kick return, Story.
Right, anymore. Yeah, no, like he's just a guy on the bench at this point. So if you need a spot, drop him.
What do you guys think the odds that real quick, we're gonna get to our segment here. What do you think the odds that Mac Jones keeps the job there in San Fran? 0?
5%.
I say 25%. They're winning.
No. Money, bro. Come on. Unless they're really, really willing to bite the bullet, that's a huge bullet in the NFL. So, I mean, maybe. Hey, Mac Jones playing great, but maybe. I don't know.
Too Evil with a super. Thank you, dude. By the way, we do have super chat back, gentlemen. So if you want to show your support and get your, get some of your questions answered quicker, we will get behind in the chat, especially with Big Ray and Story on here. He says Jerry finally found the right glory hole. Now is that a Jerry Jones thing?
I'm thinking so. It's got to be because Jerry Jeudy was awful. Yeah. It's got to be Jerry Jones with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I could see Jerry Jones definitely being a glory hole dude, right? Like, and I might be one too. I think I'd try it out. Like, I would. I'm right now on record. I would. I'd like to do it. Actually, you want to go next week, right? Me and you.
I was saying, yeah.
I do you first, me, and then.
Oh man,
that's your.
Here's the answer. Sure, if we find one, we'll
go. Thank you for that, Too Evil. Couple more questions. We'll get to our big things here from the week. Let's get to this one here. And I was going to actually bring this up, but we'll get to it now from Bennett. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, we are 4 subs away from 2,500. That's a big number. It means a lot to me. Let's get that done this show. I know there's only 17 people in here. I'll keep on mentioning it. What should we do? What should I do? What should we do with Rico and Chuba? Story, I'm tossing this to you first because I know yards per carry isn't everything, but it was literally 2.4 for Chuba and fucking 5 yards for Dowdle. And Chuba had a nice reception, but like Rico's a better player.
Yeah, Rico is very clearly the better player at this point. There's nothing you can do. They're invested in Chuba Hubbard, so all you can do is put both on your bench and hope that Rico takes over at some point. I don't think you can start either one because if you look at the splits, there was probably 29 carries to go around, and those two split 26 of them. That's not, 13 apiece for an inefficient ground game. It doesn't really move the needle. You probably got 8 points from Rico Dowdle if you played him today. That's a far cry from what you were getting the last 2 weeks. I think you just got to hold both and hope that one guy emerges.
Would you still rather start Rico over Chuba next week just because he seems to have more of the passing down role and he's just the better player?
I mean, I'm starting Rico, man. Rico, he's had a historic run so far right now. Like he's the hot hand in the league right now. I understand like today wasn't as hot 200 yards the last 2 weeks, but I mean, Chuba's had his time. Chuba reminds me a lot. He's like a better Jalen Warren because he can run better, I think. And, it's like he's had his time in the league. He hasn't shown that he can be the guy. Rico has shown he can be the guy. So like you said, if you have both or if you have Rico, just bide your time. He can be I personally think he could be a good end of the year, championship run player for you.
So the end of the last episode or yesterday, we were talking about how the worry was this is going to turn into a Seattle Seahawks situation. And that's kind of what it's got the feel of, which is icky. And the problem is the Seahawks, they don't even have a great offense, but I think the Panthers have a worse offense. So like, Montgomery and Gibbs is one thing when you're talking about a top 2 like all-time offense. The Panthers is not that. And Bryce Young's hurt also. So it's real icky and gross. I wish they would just choose one. Like you choose me. Awesome. Legendary Simpsons episode.
Yep. Good Simpsons reference.
Okay, last question here, and then we're gonna get to our thing, and then we'll get to all your questions in a bit. Keep on posting them. The chat will help me out. My moderators will help me out. We'll get to all of them. I'll get to all of them before I log off. Titan style, what's going on, bro? So should I hold Stevenson? I feel like I have Saquon, Kamara, ETN, Stevenson. I mean, I'd rather start Stevenson than ETN right now with what I see. Story? I mean, is that insane or is that right? It's gross.
That whole Jags offense, I think Brian Thomas set a record for drops today, so it should get better for the offense in general, assuming that Brian Thomas doesn't set a record for drops every week. But Trevor Lawrence doesn't look good at all. Stevenson is getting all the work there. I don't know why you would even consider dropping Stevenson. Stevenson should be a locked and loaded RB2. Yeah.
With touchdown equity, because he's the goal line back. He's the bell. He's a fucking bell cow Story. It's right. It's wild. It's wild. All right, we're gonna get to our big things here. I'm gonna hit you guys with the intro, and then we'll do our big things from the weekend, and then we will get to all your questions in a few minutes. Here we go. All right, that ties into our big things. I gotta put the graphic in. Let me get this comment off of here, just because it blocks my face. You want to see my handsome face? Our two big things. It's gonna be three big things this time. We gotta get another porn star. Think of a porn star while I play this graphic. John Holmes, right? John Holmes is the third porn star.
Tory Lane. I just googled
gotta be a guy.
Porn stars.
J-Mac, baby. J-Mac all day, baby. Or Scott or Castle. What's his name? Johnny Castle.
John Holmes had some epic gay porns too. If you guys want to look that up.
Oh,
anyways, moving on here.
My first big thing. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm only going off Google.
There was like Johnny Sins.
My first big thing ties into the intro there with Mike McDaniel, and it's mostly a Tua thing and a Dolphins thing, and like those two picks that Tua threw. The second one, it kept on getting worse. Like they were progressively worse than the last, and like you're like, there's no way you can throw a worse pick than that. And then the end zone was bad. The third one, dude, was like, dude, he just can't see safeties. He's like a colorblind player, and like the offense is broken. Jalen Waddle, one catch. Like A-Chain's giving you something, but outside of that, I'm pretty sure. Like hopefully when they fire McDaniel's gone, right? Story gone for sure. Right now,
he'll be gone by Tuesday.
He'll be gone by November.
I'll be shocked if he's not gone by Tuesday as well. They're awful.
Will it help? And here's the other question. Let's talk about for Waddle. That's really about it. A-Chain, I guess. Would Zach Wilson help this offense?
Zach Wilson's the third quarterback. It's Quinn
Ewers is terrible.
Yes.
Quinn Ewers.
I'm just saying. Well, on the depth chart, he's number 2. So he just got moved up this week. So that's really that. That's where we're at.
It would go to Quinn Ewers.
So that's what I'm saying. That's where we're at.
He's terrible.
So I know. So that's where we're at. Like, this is not a good situation at all if you have any Miami stock, which I don't think got.
Sorry, I was about to call you Tua. Story. Is Tua done? Is he done? Is he done? Is he like never going to play again in terms of another team?
He'll be a backup after this. He might get a starting job in. It depends on what Seattle does, or maybe probably Las Vegas, something like that. But he will not be a prolific starting quarterback after his contract expires.
Facts.
Story, what's your big thing from the takeaway from Sunday?
People are going to tell you to go out and pick up Colston Loveland because of Cole Kmet's injury. I think that the Bears have really – I think Ben Johnson has – after he has put all his effort into turning this into a running team. Look at what Monangai did today. Look at what Swift has done over the last 2 weeks. They seem like they want a 1-2 punch with Kyle Monangai. Even Roschon Johnson got a little bit involved. I'm not convinced that anybody is going to separate themselves. Roman Dunze probably is the guy you want. Outside of that, I'm not interested in any pass catcher on the Bears, including Colson Loveland. He's been stuck behind Cole Kmet. I know Cole Kmet got injured, and he was an exciting prospect coming in, but he just doesn't show enough. I'm not getting fooled by Luther Burden or Colson Loveland or going back to DJ Moore. Dude, Caleb Williams still looks bad. Like, the Bears beat a bad Saints team, but did you see Caleb Williams stare down Rome Odunze on that interception? Like, stare him down from the second he got the snap to the time that the ball left his hand. He is struggling, and despite the win today, he's still shown a lot of poor play. I'm not convinced that the Bears are going to be viable for fantasy goodness outside of the running game.
All right, Ray, what's your big thing?
The Colts are for real. They seem. At least that offense. That offense is surreal with Jonathan JT coming back with with a vengeance right now, leading the league by a mile now with those 3 TDs, total touchdowns, and Daniel Jones playing. Out of his mind. I could have swore I heard they said that they've scored more points in a franchise history in the first 6 games ever. So that means including Peyton Manning led teams.
Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison, yeah.
Correct. So it's crazy to think, but damn, dude. I had a lot of Daniel Jones stock, and I've been watching them a lot, and they really do seem legit. It's crazy to think that, but here we are. The NFL is a total quarterback revenge league right now, and Daniel Jones is leading that with a vengeance with Baker Mayfield and
Sam Darnold.
And Sam Darnold. Yeah, you're right. And I don't know. I just think the Colts. Maybe the Chargers aren't as good as we think, but nonetheless, going to the West Coast and doing what they did, that's a pretty big win for them. So I think that's one of my big takeaways is that the Colts, I think, seem pretty.
I have a lot of Anthony Richardson stock in best ball. How's that looking? He's not going to play this year.
Whoops.
I agree with Ray. I do agree with you. I think the Colts are legit. I'm really pleased with that organization. I had a debate with somebody today about Irsay's daughter, who's on the sidelines with the headset, taking notes.
She's so into it, man.
She's not
so
getting
into it.
involved.
Correct.
She's not making known. She's just learning.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
I love that. I love the fact that. Well, okay. Well, yes, Rob. But I love the fact that she's like, all I'm doing is I got to make decisions, multi-million-dollar decisions down the line. I'm going to learn everything I can about this organization and about this entertainment, sport, whatever, in order to make those decisions. So I agree with you, but I also would agree. I think that Chargers are not anywhere near as good as they were the first 2 weeks of the season. Like, they have not scored more than 2 offensive touchdowns. What did they score today? I can't remember what they scored today. But
they scored over 20, and Justin Herbert threw almost for 400 yards, but that was obviously
Screw the offense. What happened to the defense, guys? This is a John Harbaugh team.
Right. He's got
Jim Harbaugh. What happened? It's not like their personnel changed. I know Khalil Mack was out. He actually came back for this game. It's wacky, wild shit out there, and it's. I don't think there's any way the Chiefs don't win this division.
At this point with Mahomes is what he's doing. No way. Denver offense doesn't look nearly as good anymore right now. So yeah, the Chiefs at this point,
they were down by 31 in the third quarter. So it's garbage time, right? 2 of those touchdowns, actually 3 of those touchdowns came when they were down 13 and then down by 21. Like, I'm not convinced that everybody thinks the Chargers are some highly prolific offense. It's just not the case. Like, they had to throw to keep up in this one,
especially without their 2 starting tackles and Hampton out. That's just a huge thing. Where Jim Harbaugh loves running the ball. So if he had 2 starting left tackles with Murray and Hampton, I think the team would be in a much better spot. But right now with their injuries, they're just not a good offense, like you said, Story.
Yeah, I agree with Rob. I don't think there's any way the Chiefs don't win this division. There's not a team in the West that can contain what Patrick Mahomes and now Rashee Rice, who's back with
not at all.
Nope. Even though he didn't have a great day in the stat line other than those 2 touchdowns. Obviously in the red zone, that's where Patrick Mahomes is looking.
Facts.
All right. now to questions. We got you guys. Bennett, should I trade Roma Dunze and Chuba for Jalen Warren and Devin A-Chain? My team is Love, JT, Scat, Jefferson, Tet, Kraft, Rome, Rico, Monty. So he's getting 2 running backs, and he has Jefferson and Tet. I'm guessing there's a flex. I would probably do that. I don't know if your roster necessarily needs that, but I want A-Chain as the best player in the deal, and you're getting Warren. I want Warren over Chuba too. We're all on board with that one.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I would go smash accept that right now. That's a stellar trade for your part.
Yeah. Glad that from 007 James Bond. Sup, boys? Glad the Jags finally figured out the Travis Hunter is their best wide receiver. No, I wouldn't get ahead of your skis here because I believe he had 1 catch at halftime. So, like, that they were down by like 3 or 4 touchdowns the whole game, and he looked okay. Like, at least they finally took him out of the garage for once. It seemed like for real a little bit. Ray, are you buying into Travis Hunter as a wide receiver 3 and a startable option going forward?
So right now, what I was putting my head to, it seems like that the Jags were smart finally to use him as a receiver because he was. I mean, I know Rob, you and I had conversations about him, how good he was as a receiver in college, but like nonetheless, he put up huge numbers. I mean, the guy's just a stud athlete, and he clearly can do everything. I mean, as a wide receiver 3, I would probably say yes because I think they're going to end up using him more in offense going forward, the more than defense. Like, it's been pretty even, it seems like, with snaps. I think they'll end up just because their offense is struggling right now. So I think they'll probably end up using him more and then using him in more critical spots like third downs and things like that for defense. But I mean, who knows? But it seems like that just from today, but it's hard to say, to be honest.
You buying him, Story?
Yeah, I think so. You look at the snap counts. I would have to go back and check today, but he played 78% of the offensive snaps last week. That's good. That's a good direction, and they got him heavily involved. At some point, Brian Thomas either needs to ship up or he's going to be relegated to the number 2 there. So for now, I think he's worth an ad. Like, go and find him. Go find the manager who thinks that this is a sell high moment, and go get yourself some Travis Hunter.
Yeah, maybe my Travis Hunter PP call, one of my 10 PPs, isn't that bad. That was my biggest whiff, and it's still a whiff. Don't get me wrong, because like my teams with Travis Hunter are like 500 at best.
It's looking like the Justin Fields one is our biggest whiff so far.
Oh man, you know what? I had Cam Scatabo though. I had George. I mean, we had a lot of hits. So James Bond, how do we feel about cashing in on that Devonta Smith performance? Story, he kind of bailed us out today. That's the only share of Devonta Smith I have in my 25 leagues is that with you.
Same. I only have him in that one league. I think it's probably a good sell high opportunity. They're probably going to want to get back to the ground and pound, which is why I'm going out and getting Saquon Barkley if I can.
Same team. Yeah, 100%. Do you believe that he is he was a pretty much high upside wide receiver 3 in terms of draft capital for fantasy drafts? Do you feel like he is going to finish there, above that, or worse than that rest of season, starting from this point on?
I mean, he could go back to having 4 for 48 next week, and you're going to be pissed off because you got 8.8 in a PPR, right? Like, it's going to be a roller coaster with Smith. You got to take the highs and the lows, and I'm going to kind of even out that variance, so I'm going to go and find a steady Eddie running back. I still believe Saquon Barkley is one of the better running backs in the NFL. He didn't just magically become worse because they gave him 420 touches last year.
Let me ask you this, Ray and Story. If you have DeAndre Swift and Devonta Smith, would you do Devonta Smith and DeAndre Swift for Saquon Barkley?
DeAndre Swift and Devonta Smith.
So to be honest, obviously it always comes back to what you need. But let's just assume that you have the opportunity. Like, you just need the running back upgrade that you have receiving depth. Yes.
Yeah, I probably would too. This is probably a good sell high opportunity. They really got Magangai quite involved this week. So while I do believe that they're going to maintain a high run rate over expectation, it could be very difficult with that Bears offense if they're not playing against one of the worst teams in the league going forward.
I just hate Devontae Smith. He's an amazing talent. He's just fantasy wise, he's such a roller coaster. It's hard to trust. That's all.
Yeah, the offense. What's going on, Ryan? We love you. Would you guys like to see the Bears make a move for Rico or another back like A-Chain before the deadline? I don't think that's on our top of our priority list, is it?
No, we need a pass rusher at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love a trade like that, depending on what we had to trade, but they need a pass rusher more than anything by a mile. So if they're doing anything, they're trading for a pass rusher.
Yeah, Bears aren't exactly known for making moves like splashy moves at the deadline. They're not. I doubt they're trading for anybody. It'd be nice.
I agree.
I doubt it's happening.
I agree. They're not trading for anybody as well.
How about what's going on, Turgay? How about the Cowboys destroying the Commanders? I have this point to make. Remember 2 years ago when the Cowboys at home were just like scoring 40 points a game and they were getting pick sixes and it was just like landslide victories? This had a feel of that. And, you see Bland returning a pick six. The Commanders are fucked because Jaden Daniels is just playing through injuries. Now he's hurt again with a hamstring. He's already got that was his other leg. So now he has 2 bad wheels. Terry McLaurin, they botched that. They didn't sign him. They traded Brian Robinson. I'm actually not I'm not doing a counselor on this one, but I actually should, because screw the Commanders, bad franchise, dumb move. Sign Terry McLaurin. He's a franchise player that loves playing in Washington. Team guy, didn't sign him until 5 days before the season. You deserve all this, Washington. And so what do you guys think about the Commanders going forward? Let's talk Commanders. And do you think the Cowboys could be contenders? I'm going to start with you, Story.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are contenders. The defense is still going to be a problem going forward, but that offense, CeeDee Lamb didn't miss a beat. I'm glad they held him out as long as they did because he looked fully 100% healthy. George Pickens didn't miss a beat with CeeDee Lamb coming back in the fold. Yeah, a few fewer targets. Obviously, yardage wasn't quite there. Javonte Williams still good. Dak's still playing at a MVP-esque level. I think you can go out and if you're in need of quarterback streaming help, I think you can go out and get Marcus Mariota. He'll be in the spot start mix as long as Jaden Daniels is out. It's a hamstring; those tend to linger. And they've got, he tends to run the ball. I'm worried about the Commanders. But I'm not really worried about Dallas. I still think the Eagles are going to walk away with that division, but it wouldn't surprise me if if Dallas gets a wild card, actually.
Ray, you buying the Cowboys? And what's your panic level on the Commanders? Give me your. Are they going to win 9 games?
So panic meter with the Commanders is pretty high right now because they are injury ridden right now, and Jane Daniels clearly last year was a huge piece to their puzzle, and him being double bummed wheels. I mean, that's especially hamstrings. They linger so hard. So they're definitely in panic mode, I would assume, as a franchise over there. For the Cowboys wise, to be perfectly honest, I look at them as to where, hey, I'm sure they're contenders, but contenders for what? Playoffs? That's about it. Because their defense is trash. Eberflus is terrible. Jerry Jones is an idiot for trading Parsons, and they have no pass rush. Honestly, they can put up 40 points, but they're gonna let up 45 every other time. So they because their offense is elite. They very well may make the playoffs. Because Javonte Williams, it looks like pre-injury Javonte Williams right now when he was a rookie on Denver. And so their defense is just so bad. I just have a hard time. They could very well make the playoffs, but they win 1 game, maybe, if that's about it. They ain't making no Super Bowl, that's for sure.
So speaking of Micah Parsons, let's transition a little bit. Is there another team in the NFL that plays down to its competition as much as the Green Bay Packers?
Never. Not right now. From what we've seen this year, no. It's crazy.
This is like the Steelers from 5 years ago, right? Where they would have the Browns, and it would be a 17-13 win, and they were a 10-point favorite. It's the Packers. Are you buying Matthew Golden? Is this still a transition, or is this try to find a Packers fan and sell the guy? Because it seems like it's Romeo Doubs or nobody, and Jaden Reed's coming back, and Christian Watson is coming back.
Yeah, he's selling right now if you can, like you said, to a Packers fan, whatever. I mean, going forward as a future pick, a dynasty league, I'm sure I think he'll end up being okay. But for this season, no. Like you said, trade him if you can.
What's up, Leafy? Ryan has a good comment here about, we didn't mention when we talked about the Chargers. They're on their 4th and 5th linemen right now. Their O-line is destroyed. So Joe Alt will be back in a week or 2, I believe.
Is that the rumor?
I mentioned that. I said that's why without Amarian Hampton and both tackles that they've been in big trouble since then. And that's why in my opinion, on offense, they're looking so bad. because losing two maybe not all pro, but at least Pro Bowl level tackles and a great looking rookie who's explosive that you picked in the first round, here they are. I don't know. It's hard for them right now with those injuries.
To piggyback on our last point here, James Bond, am I crazy to start Troy Franklin next week at Dallas? I wouldn't say you're crazy, but start your players against Dallas, right? I know this wasn't a great example because Daniels got hurt, and there was even Moore had a decent game though. Like their offense was so decimated. Like Denver's offense is rough though. So that game, by the way, it was 19-0 going into the fourth quarter. It was 44 points scored in the fourth quarter. Like we thought the Cowboys, remember the Cowboys Giants game that was like similar to that? This was crazier. Like
this was why I cannot believe the Broncos won that game. That was something else. I didn't think that Jackson Dart got in. I was as a Scatterbo manager, I was very disappointed that Tracy ended up getting the one where coverage broke down on the line, right? Those kinds of frustrating moments fantasy are going to happen. It just seemed to happen a lot. Like playing against a guy who had Troy Franklin and, because he's got nobody else and the ball bounces off some other dude and Troy Franklin was the one who ended up catching it. But then you got, I don't know if it was Theo Johnson.
Theo Johnson.
Yeah. Theo Johnson got one too. Like just a wild day in the NFL.
We're not worried about Scatterbo though. I know like he got screwed twice today, but like the reason I'm not worried about Scatterbo is the Giants just showed us that Jackson Dart, as long as he's starting, it doesn't matter who they're playing. They're going to put up points. They're going to be competitive. They're going to stay in these games. And also, I was very encouraged by the Giants' defensive performance. They have underachieved this year based on that epic defensive line they assembled. And they actually, the first three quarters, they were shutting out the Broncos. So
I think we could be a little concerned that he wasn't in on the 2-minute drill at the end of the game. But he still had a 77% opportunity share today overall in a game they were competitive in. So I'm not really worried about Scatterbo whatsoever. It is his job to lose at this point.
Ryan says, Story, my wife thinks you're the hottest guest on the show.
Hell yeah.
And some other stuff. I know a big topic was.
Tell her I think she's hot too. I don't know who she is, but I'm sure she's very, very
attractive. I'm sure she is.
Dude, if Ryan's married to her, I'm sure she's very
100%, man. Like, because he's one of those Ryan. He's kind of like me, so he probably has a big personality. So like any girl that's gonna put up with that, she's either gonna be really fat or really hot. So she could be really fat, but I think she might be really hot. Max says, I know a big topic was if you should trade CMC, but after tonight and what's been happening all year, do we still trade him? I mean, here's the thing: is like there's really no one you could trade him for. Like my thing was Jahmyr Gibbs. So Gibbs has a week 8 bye. So if you can get one more week of CMC, and then I think maybe after week 8, if you're worried about the injuries and all the touches, I feel like I would do as a CMC owner myself, I would do week 9. Before week 9, I would trade CMC for Jahmyr Gibbs just because we've seen Gibbs blow up, and I'm so worried about McCaffrey playing a whole season. You think that's an unfair trade, Ray? CMC for Gibbs? Because Gibbs has been frustrating. He's been frustrating.
Right now, yes, just because, I had CMC last year. This is what I drafted him for, what he's doing right now. And, God, it's so hard. I mean, the only thing is, I would still say yes, or I would not trade CMC for Gibbs just because Montgomery's still there. If Montgomery was hurt, different story. But the fact that he has a guy who's the biggest thorn in his side there, who still does take away points compared to nobody in San Francisco. I mean, Brandon Robinson does a little, but he ain't doing what Montgomery's doing. So I wouldn't personally do that right now at the moment.
So what do you do, Story? If you're scared about the injury, like you can't, there's no 1-to-1 player, even Bijan, like it's close between those two. I would obviously take Bijan because the health concerns, but like the Bijan owner's not doing that. So like, what can you do with McCaffrey? Like, you also don't want to get a 2-for-1 and get two, like an RB2 and a wide receiver 2. That's not cool.
No. The only two guys that I would trade CMC for at this point are JT and Bijan, and you're not prying either of those guys away from the CMC owner or from the respective owners.
So at that point, like you don't want to just trade low just to trade because unless you ride it out. And that's probably what I'm going to do. The thing is, if you have Brian Robinson Jr., you don't even think about trading him because then you're fine. Then you're getting, instead of the number 2 running back in fantasy, number 1, you're getting a top 12 guy, which is, I do believe Brian Robinson would be top 12 if CMC got hurt. He looked good tonight.
I mean,
Wally,
you think top 12, really?
That offense is so good.
He's not gonna have the pass catching upside, but like, dude, the offense that you saw the run game clicking. This was Kyle Shanahan's like forte. He's actually running outside zone again, and it actually worked. Wally, should I ride with Daniel Jones rest of the season? You guys think Daniel Jones is top 10 rest of the season? I mean, how can he not be?
Unless you have somebody better that's available, I would.
Yeah, you just got to be prepared that you're probably going to get a few games where he throws 1 or 0 touchdowns because of Jonathan Taylor. The offense isn't going to score 33 points every game, so you just got to be aware of that. Like he's not running as much as he used to in New York because they don't need him to. So there's probably games where you're going to be disappointed, but I can't think of 11 other guys I'd rather have. So he's certainly top 12.
Facts.
CK, what's going on, CK? Is it time for Uncle Cousins? Now we got Penix got a little beat up in this game. He got a hand injury and then a knee injury at the end. Now Penix is just not good on the Falcons in general are bad on the road. They're a home team, baby.
Yeah, it's weird.
He looked good early in the game though.
But they're dramatically different on the road versus at home. It is weird.
Very different. I feel like there's a lot of teams like that. And, it's funny because that was a big thing that people were talking about with the Colts for this week. Oh, they're a home team. Well, they went out to LA, kicked ass. So, but yeah, I mean, with the Falcons, they are definitely a home team by a mile. It's crazy.
Wally, you're up 127-85. You have White and Tampa's kicker. He has St. Brown and Lions. I think you're pretty safe there unless St. Brown catches 5 touchdowns. What's going on, Mark? Our number one fan in the world. Love you, Mark. Would you trade Judkins for Barkley?
Ooh, shit.
I want Barkley. I want Barkley over Judkins.
I would still take Barkley. It does seem crazy, but if somebody's willing to give you Barkley right now for that,
yeah, it's still the Browns, right? Like I think Barkley is the answer there.
Yep. Take the winning team.
I am so what's funny is I was gonna do for one of my bets this week, I was gonna do Judkins over yards. It opened at 85, and I was just waiting on it to see what the total number would be for receiving and rushing. And then I looked 3 hours later, it went to 95. So like I was like so pissed I didn't take it. He actually got 84 yards. He would have hit the under. How did he hit the under in that game? How? Unreal. I would have been like, my losses I had were just like terrible, like Geno Smith, like rushing yards, like they were terrible. That would have hurt though. That would have stung because watching that game, like that hapless Miami team, what a bust of a team. Like, dude, what a bust of a franchise.
Yeah, it's embarrassing over there.
I traded Dak for Pacheco and Zay Flowers. Thoughts? I got awesome. Baker as quarterback. That's a great trade. Let's pivot this to Pacheco because Pacheco's had 2 good weeks in a row now, guys. And the game scripts are positive, and they're actually like, I feel like he's back in the running back 2 mix. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I think so. I think Rashee Rice has kind of opened up that offense a little bit. It seems like they found a lot of running room underneath simply because of what Rashee Rice brings to that offense. So it might be a sell moment because he could regress, but I'd be comfortable with starting him as a low-end wide receiver 2 flex play going forward.
What do you think, Ray?
That's exactly what I was going to say, that I think that he's trending upwards to being a starting worthy running back. Because I'm saying for me, in XFL, I have Kyren Williams and Bijan, and then Pacheco is my 3rd running back. So Kyren Williams is off next week, so I don't feel so awful starting Pacheco because I think he is upwards trending to be a lower end running back 2, high end running back 3 for a flex option as well. Like
all right, this is a good one right here. This is what we were talking about. We didn't have any names. It says 2 for 2 for CMC. If you guys were to trade CMC, what trade would you guys rather have? CeeDee Lamb and Bucky or Amon-Ra and Kyren Williams for CMC and Myers? Now Myers is like a nothing right now. I mean, so you want CeeDee and Bucky or Amon-Ra and Kyren? Those are both. I would take both those, right? Or no?
I would take both too, but I'm going first one just because I have Bucky and I have Williams I have 4 leagues. I have him in both different leagues. Bucky, when he plays, is much more productive, and CeeDee is just as close to Amon in my eyes. So I'm just taking the first trade. But again, he has the injury, so Kyren plays more. So that's again
right.
What
do you got, Story?
Yeah, in a vacuum.
What do you think?
I'm with Ray. I'm taking CeeDee and Bucky. I get the injury for Bucky. They seem like they're taking a cautious approach with him, which is a smart decision, and that makes me happy that the organization is taking the cautious route. The problem with Kyren is not necessarily that they decided to throw the entire time they were inside the 5 zone. It's that Blake Corum got a ton of work today, and he was injured coming into this game. That's a concern.
How does Kyren not put up like at least 14 fantasy points in that game script in London in a wet game, like 28-0? Like I don't know what the hell's going on there. I still like Kyren, but I would agree.
He had to have pissed off McVay somewhere or another. I don't know. Did he fumble or something that I didn't see? I don't know.
No.
He had I don't know. He had to piss off Sean McVay at some point. It feels like because that was
banged his wife, bro. Waller got offered in a 3-team trade. I'd be giving up Garrett Wilson, Rico, and Jordan Mason, and receive Derrick Henry, Debo, and RJ Harvey. I think that's too much. You're essentially just getting Derrick Henry and Debo.
Yeah, that's so tough, dude. I know Wilson's hurt right now, but I probably would not do that. Derrick Henry is definitely, unfortunately, seems on the down slope at the moment. I know Lamar's coming back next week, so that's obviously going to help him uptick. But oh god, dude. I mean,
what do you think, Story? That's a really close one. That's a really close
it's so close. I'm probably not doing it, but Story, convince me if you want to do it because you probably could. It's so close.
See, Derrick Henry, Debo. All right, so Garrett Wilson and Debo. Garrett Wilson's the winner there.
Right.
Rico, Derrick Henry's the winner there. Jordan Mason is the winner over RJ Harvey, but you got what's his name coming back from Minnesota? Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, yep.
RJ Harvey got a little bit involved, but it was a game that they were getting blown out in for a good chunk of that. How prescriptive is that going to be? Garrett Wilson's injury seems like it's going to be a 2-week thing. I would probably stand put. I'd probably stand put and hope that Rico can solidify himself as the 1A there.
I'm with it.
And I want to do just the other end of it, though, is getting Derrick Henry, which I think is a smash spot. Like, you could be getting a top 8 running back, and that's the reason to do the trade. But unfortunately, RJ Harvey just is not in the same caliber as the other 3 guys. And I guess the thing is, you're kind of trading Rico high. We got Steven in here. Ray, do you have like a fan club now? Let's go, Ray. The go to the podcast best takes.
Nice.
Is this like a burner account? You have burner accounts on here, Ray, or what?
What up, Steve? No, that's my buddy. That's my best buddy from work. So he's just Ray.
Oh, okay. See, it makes sense now because I was like, Ray actually sucks. I'm kidding, Ray. I love you. Titan style. Saquon and Vidal for Bucky, and either Kyren or Aaron Jones. So he gives up Saquon and Vidal, and he gets Bucky and Kyren. I want Bucky and Kyren, bro.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, if you can get Bucky and Kyren, yes, do it.
I'm not one that's like in the market to trade Saquon Barkley, but at that point, you're trading like Saquon Barkley from last year almost, I feel like, because Bucky and Kyren are both RB1s in this environment. Juice says Cowboys best offense. Where do you guys rank real quick? Give me a number. Where do you rank the Cowboys offense in terms of real life points per game rest of the year?
I mean, they're top 3, top 5 for no like guarantee.
Yeah, they're top 5. I mean, they're below. I think they're below Tampa. I think they're below. I think they're below Baltimore when Lamar comes back. Thank you. I think they're below Kansas City. So top 4.
Buffalo.
I don't know, man. Like I think.
No, I'm just answering for the.
Oh, I get it. It's a legitimate question. Buffalo looks like they've stumbled as of late. I think I'd take Denver. I think I'd take Dallas over.
I would as well. I think they're top 5 for sure. Could be potentially top 3 going forward.
Yeah, I think it's right.
Ray, this is kind of for you. If the Bears win next week on the road with Lamar back, it's not happening, by the way. Will that sell Story on the Bears moving in the right direction? Actually, this is for Story. Will that sell you?
I'm gonna say no right away, just because. Not say Story, you're a hater, but just in general, what you said
he's
earlier.
A hater.
Well, I know he's I know he's a hater, but nonetheless, I'm just saying that it won't sell him either way because Baltimore's bad this year and the Bears haven't looked great. So unless the Bears come out and kick the shit out of them, but convincingly, Story won't be convinced because they will win like they won today, not in convincing fashion.
I don't know. Did you see how pissed off Ben Johnson looked after the game when the game ended?
Oh,
walking onto that field.
He's always pissed off because he's not happy with Caleb, obviously.
And why do you think he's not happy with Caleb Williams? Because Caleb Williams made some rookie mistakes in his second year in the league after he started 17 games last year. That's a problem.
But also, he also had high school coaching compared to Ben Johnson last year. So that's the only reason I have some faith that Caleb can turn it around, because when you get coached by that trash, you degress, even just in general. So he has to pick him out of the dog shit to build him back up. But I understand he missed it. That's just me being a Bears homer, but I understand in general he misses a lot of wide open, easy plays. So that is super concerning.
Story, got one for you. If you had Barkley, who would you be targeting for a trade? So
well,
if you had Barkley,
I'm not a fan of one for one, position for position, so I wouldn't be going after a running back. But I think this is a really good opportunity to try to get Justin Jefferson.
I like that one.
Go for super high for sure, and package another person to get somebody that high, like he said.
Yeah,
that's the type of person you shoot for. Super high first round.
007, how big of a consideration do you guys take fantasy playoff schedules into account when it comes to trades? Who should I look to target as a Devonta Smith upgrade? I'll answer the first part for you. That is all dependent on your record. So if you are, let's say it's week 7 right now. So if you're 3-4, don't look at that at all. You want to look at like the immediate future. If you are 6-1, then you can start you have the luxury of, as long as you're confident you get a bye week, if there's buys, you can start looking for that. And the other thing I'll add on this as a caveat is, we don't know what a good schedule is, because we don't know who, injuries are going to happen. We don't know. I think we know a couple things. We know Miami sucks, right? We know the Raiders suck. We know the Chiefs are good. Like, we know like 10 out of 30 teams we're pretty safe with their each side of the ball, but there's still at least 10 that are like up in the air. We don't know what a good matchup is. We thought the Chargers had a good defense, and they just got lit the fuck up by Danny Dimes and the Colts, which we thought the Colts coming into the season were like a bottom 10 offense. So like that, think of how much things change. And would it surprise you guys if in 6 weeks the Colts were back to being a bottom 10 offense and Danny Dimes sucked? I mean, it doesn't seem like that's possible, but we've seen crazier things, right, Story?
100%. I'm not looking at playoffs yet. I need to get until week 11 or 12 before I start considering playoffs. And you might start to consider handcuffing your star running back if you haven't already, but those handcuffs are probably already taken. The ones that we are fairly certain that they're going to be handcuffs. So I really don't start considering it until we have another. Like, we're 7 weeks in. That is such a statistically insignificant sample size. 7 weeks is nothing. It's a 17-week sample, and we're talking about less than a half of that. I'm not convinced that playoff schedules mean anything until we get within a few weeks of the playoff schedules themselves.
Ray, got a question for you. Would you prefer Dart or Jones rest of season? It's Daniel Jones, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, who's to say 6 weeks from now they regress and Daniel Jones becomes Daniel Jones of New York Giants in 6 weeks? But it's just, I mean, man, they're just super impressive right now. And I know Dart has been, he looks, if there's a redraft, he's going first overall, no doubt, right now. Like, he's looking awesome. But yes, it's got to be Jones the rest of the year right now. I mean, he's just, he's looking so good, and that team is clicking so well.
Alex, I wish I bet it. I know we talked about it last night. I didn't end up betting it. Dylan Gabriel, no interception. He threw the ball like fucking 16 times. That's what I said he was going to do.
There you go.
I mean, Judkins had like 26 carries, which is wild in today's NFL.
100%.
The weather actually wasn't as bad as I was projecting. It seemed like it was going to be. It was bad, but like I've seen worse, right?
There was a lot of concern, a lot of brouhaha around the weather, like the Bears game, the Cleveland game. Nothing really materialized that badly across the U.S. today.
Titan Style says he has to play against JT, JSN, Gibbs, Scat, Swift next week. Hey, just story. Our matchup going into this week, we were missing Derrick Henry, James Cook, and Buka and Garrett Wilson. But with injuries and buys, we were projected to lose 160 to 110, and we are up by 12, and we have 2 players, and he has 1. We're probably going to win. I know you're worried about curses and shit. I don't believe in that. I'm just telling you that projection. We were projected to lose by 50 points, bro.
We were projected to lose by 40 some points. Yeah, it was.
And we're gonna win by like 20.
I forgot he's got Jake Bates, but we also have Chase McLaughlin. So,
Oh, let's go.
Jake Bates.
Yeah, dude. Don't worry. Like, don't worry until until the games are well in play, and if it's looking bad, then turn the game off and go do something else on a Sunday. Sure, it's going to be nice next week.
Yeah, masturbate. Steven says this is an early one for
outdoors because it's going to be nice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I go to a park and get arrested. Odunze, Marvin Harrison, Olave, and Wilson next week. I mean, I can tell you, but we had the matchups. Marvin Harrison, he just can't catch a fucking ball. He has every time there's a contested catch, he drops it. It's like Quentin Johnson 2.0. Terrible. Wilson's not playing, so it's Odunze and Olave. I think I want Olave over Odunze right now.
I do too. I definitely want Odunze over Olave. So you're going what? Marvin Harrison and Olave, or Odunze and Olave?
I'm going Olave, Odunze, then Marvin Harrison.
Olave, Odunze, Marvin Harrison. Yeah, I would agree with that.
And
I don't think I'm fairly certain Wilson's not going to play next week.
And on top of that, I mean, I love Olave. Is just he's skyrocketing right now, and I mean, the odds of him getting traded to a contender are very high right now. So if anybody has Olave stock, which I got 2 out of 4 leagues,
Nice.
I'm loving his upside right now because he's probably going to get traded because that team is trash. So Steve, you know,
well, I don't want him to get traded. He's got a great situation right now. He gets 10 targets. 10 targets. It's awesome.
He does get 10. And he
10
hates
targets every week.
He hates Alvin Kamara for some reason. I don't understand why that organization hates him so much, but they do.
And that could be a good call.
Yeah.
Going forward, who do you want, Caleb or Danny Dimes? I think I still want Caleb, but that might be stupid.
No, I want.
I'm going Danny Dimes just because I love.
I'm
a Bears fan,
but Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones, baby. I mean, I'm a Bears fan, but it's not as good as
Cheerio has JMO and they have Baker, but he's up 20. Still feel nervous? I wouldn't feel nervous because if Baker has a good game, JMO's going to have 6 or 7 targets. So Baker needs 35 points.
Yeah,
33 points, right?
I don't know. I'd be on the edge of my seat all night. Baker can have an okay game and still put up 25 points, and Jameson Williams can disappear. We've seen that plenty of times.
Hey, real quick with Baker, do you guys think Amiko Buka is playing tomorrow?
No.
I don't think so either.
I think it's a smoke screen.
Correct. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Is they have a bye week next week, or is it 2 weeks?
Next week.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm figuring.
This is
I think it's a smoke screen for sure.
It's a good one from Titan here. I hope Daniels gets fired. The Birds need an OC. Mike McDaniel will be a good spot for the Eagles, man. So I do still believe in McDaniels as a coordinator a little bit. I just don't believe him as a leader of men and a head coach. He's trash.
No. Did you see him give the cold shoulder to Quinn Ewers today? When Ewers came in?
He did?
Yeah. He had a bad series, and he came in and it ended up with a fumble or something. And dude, McDaniel did not say a word to him, didn't look at him when he walked right by him. Like, it's bad. I'll see if I can find a link.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
That's awful, dude. That's so bad.
They've got Ray. They've got a week 9 bye, so it actually wouldn't surprise me if they held Ibuka out till week 10.
I'm honest. Unfortunately, I have Ibuka. I'm with that as well.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm with you. I think they're just playing.
I kind of wanted to do that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do too. So he's healthy. Yeah, I want him full healthy for the end of the year, so I can kick Rob's ass.
Titan Style and Justin, they're asking about Monday night same game parlays, TD scores. I haven't done anything yet. I will advise you guys to get in the Discord. Get the Discord, and we go through all that shit. There's 50 of us in there right now. It's the place to be. So you get in the Discord, and we can talk about all that stuff. It's the place to be. Frank Costanza.
Yeah,
what are some
I gotta take off, guys. I got an 8 a.m. flight, so I gotta split.
Yeah.
But good to see everybody.
Yes, man.
Yeah, I'll be on if I can this week. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys whenever I'm back.
All right.
Love you, Storey. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Take care, brother.
What are some wide receivers you guys could target for Devonta Smith? Could include Algier or a similar handcuff to sweeten the deal. I'll just say Olave, man. I would rather have Olave than Devonta Smith. Do you agree with that, Ray?
All day, dude. Plus, on top of that, I mean, James, if I were you, look who has Bijan and see what they got for receivers. So since you said you have Algier, try to sweeten the pot just in case. Unfortunately, I know it's hard. It's sort of a hard sell to somebody because Bijan doesn't get hurt, but you never know what happens in the NFL. All it takes is one play and he's gone. So, but yeah, I mean, if you can, I mean, I would definitely target Olave because he's, like I said, he's trending so hard up right now. Like he's been having like 8 as a low, 7 to 8 targets as a low, and then upwards of 10 plus targets a week. So I'm all about opportunity in fantasy, especially receivers, and he's skyrocketing. So somebody like that, like Dave or Rob said, that's a guy to definitely target.
Justin, who was the other comment here? Justin and was it Titan? Yeah, Justin and Titan, man. You guys got to get into the Discord, boys. You got to get in the Discord. You got to get to the Patreon, get on the Discord. A lot of good perks there beyond just getting in the Discord. You can be a guest on the show. You get to play in our fantasy leagues, free merchandise, you name it, bro. Get in there. Shout out to the few guys real quick that are in there right now. CK Scott, Logan, Mouth, John, Braden, the Fanatics, Mark N and Jason S. They were both in the show this past week. They killed it, man. It was awesome. It was a great time. So shout out to you guys. Again, it's links in the description if you want to get in on this community. Look at the chat, look at the people in here. It's the real fucking deal. And it's not like the other stupid shows that I don't think they really care. We actually do care. So I believe in Daniels more than Kevin fucking Patullo. Yeah, that's true. Dak has been on a heater, that is fucking for sure. Titan style, sell high on Travis Hunter or hold. I traded Dubs for him 3 days ago. I mean, I don't know how high you could sell him. I mean, you could sell him higher than it was last week, but I think you hold him because it's the post bye week rookie bump is a thing. And he got this before the bye. Now that was because they were down by 28 points and Brian Thomas got a little nicked up and he was awful. I don't know. Trevor Lawrence just kind of blows. He just kind of blows. Do you have any belief in Trevor Lawrence, man?
I'm happy we have Caleb Williams. And that's saying something. Because I'll just get at.
They're essentially at the same point, but the difference is like Trevor Lawrence is in his 6th year.
That's where I'm.
That's the problem.
That's where I'm getting at. It's like
it's rough.
He had Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson, I understand, isn't the greatest coach, but he also won a Super Bowl. Like the guy has halfway a good idea of what he's doing, and he got he couldn't do nothing with Trevor Lawrence, and Trevor Lawrence he's middling to say the least.
Bennett, we want to do this trade. Trade Roma Dunze and Chuba right now for Jalen Warren and Devin A-Chain. I feel like it's an easy smash. Like, I'm smashing this trade, right?
I'm
trying to think why you wouldn't do it.
I'm just my team is yeah, for sure. Well, if you're only starting 2 wide receivers, for sure, because you got love Jesus. Yeah, because you got Jefferson and yeah, dude, for sure. Because if you have flex spots, which you gotta from the amount of receivers you have on your team, I'm definitely doing that as well. You're getting 2 wide receiver or running back ones.
Where do you think Dak rests the season? Where do you have him? Like top 6? Because it's every week with this shit, man. He's throwing 3 tutties, he's throwing 300 yards. He's running a little bit more this year. He didn't do it today, but more than he has been. And he's got CeeDee Lamb back, dude. And Ferguson's a boss. So
here's where I'm at with the Cowboys and their offense is that they're definitely like we talked about like 15 minutes ago, like they are a top 5, top 3 going forward offense in the whole league. And if you think about it very quickly, CeeDee Lamb, easy wide receiver 1. George Pickens is a great wide receiver 2. Jake Ferguson is the number 1 tight end in fantasy wise. He's playing out of his mind. And then you have Javonte Williams, who's back to pre-injury status right now. And their O-line is pretty good. It's not as elite as it used to be, but it's still above average, if not pretty damn good. So, I mean, I hate the Cowboys, but if I had Dak, I'd be singing from the top of a mountain right now that you'd be so happy to have the guy.
And he looks healthy too. He looks really healthy. The healthiest he's looked since the two years ago when they had that almost MVP season.
Dude, by the way, real quick before we end this with Dak, did you see that stat that Sunday Night Football put up about him at home against Washington? 7 games at home against Washington, 20 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. So what that's telling me?
That's Lamar Jackson stat.
What that's telling me, everybody right now, going forward every single year, play the Cowboys money line at home, or not even just the money line, whatever the line is, and when they play the Washington at home until they lose, because he has been killing them. Almost 3 touchdowns average a game against them at home with no interceptions. That's insane.
All right, gentlemen, we still need 3 more subscribers right now for 2,500. I'd love to hit that tonight. That'd be a big thing. Also, I Super Chat is back. If you guys want to support, I know we're getting everyone's comment. We'll continue to do that no matter what. If you want to support the channel, support me, help Ray here. I'll buy Ray some lunch or something. Not that he needs a meal. Love you, Ray. That's much appreciated. 10 Super Chats or even less. If I get like $20 in the next 20 minutes, I will chug a beer and also stay on for another half hour. And then again, Patreon. Check the shit out. You gotta get in. You gotta.
Did I hear that right? That you said you would butt chug a beer?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't butt chug a beer. I will chug a beer. I'm going to keep on drinking beer. I will chug a beer.
I misheard you. I thought you said you butt chug a beer.
I have the goal on here is 10 $2 or more Super Chats. I chug a beer. We have one. So like that's still like a long way to go. But I'll actually do it for less. I actually just want to do it. But I'm not going to do it for, it's been a long day, baby. I only slept 3 hours last night. I watched football 15 straight hours.
I know you were up definitely this morning watching that Stafford.
Well, I did a 3-hour stream last night, Ray. It was 3 hours and 18 minutes. We did a bunch of Chris Farley. We were talking about Chris Farley for a while. You would have loved it. James Bond. Well, no, this is after Mike got off. Mike only stayed for 2 hours. Roma Dunze's production has fallen off a cliff. Unsustainable number. The first 2 games are someone to target. I feel like he's going to be better than he has been. I think where he's at now, the last couple of games compared to where he was the first 4 games, I feel like it's somewhere in the middle, right? Like wide receiver 18 to wide receiver 22.
I think he has upwards of 15 to 22. Because here's the thing. As a Bears fan, I'm a diehard. I love them more than any team in sports. It's their offense has definitely been very rough on the passing game end. Ben Johnson is going to figure it out, and if he can't, it'll be because of Caleb. And I have faith in Caleb just to continue to get better. I understand he didn't look very good, or not well. He didn't look good at all today, but it's just. To be honest, I would say that Rome would still be able to be a good wide receiver 2, low and a very bad end, high end 3, but he should be a solid wide receiver 2.
Titan says BTJ, Brian Thomas is ass, to put it simple, and so is T-Law. Brian Thomas, you know what? He was one of my most faded players this year. I have 0 shares. I had him ranked at wide receiver 18, which people thought was just crazy because he was wide receiver 9 consensus. I still think he's a buy low though, especially after this week. He had 2 good weeks, right? The Chiefs game was a starting thing, and then last week he should have had 2 touchdowns. Travis Hunter lined up off sides, cost him a second touchdown. He's still a buy low because Trevor Lawrence does look better than he has in the past, and I do still trust that Jags team a bit. So I think he's a buy low. Now he's never going to return value where you drafted him, but I don't know. His hands suck. His hands suck. He alligator arms everything, man.
Basically, I'm with you. If you can buy low on him, do it, because I still believe in the talent. I had him last year in fantasy, and I know it's last year, this year, and he's having Quentin Johnston problems of not catching the ball, from Quentin Johnston last year. But if it's a buy low situation, if you have him and you can afford, because you drafted well, and you can afford to trade him to somebody who thinks highly of him to get a good player back, I would do that as well. But again, it just depends on how you drafted. Did you get some good value late in the draft?
James Bond, it's in go to the description. It's in the Patreon. You got to sign up for the second tier. It's $5 a month, man. You get other stuff too if you want to go to the $10 tier. You get in the Discord. There's 50 of us. It's literally from, I'd say 7 in the morning till 3 in the morning. All but 4 hours of the day, popping chat with it's like a fantasy, group chat that you have in your text with like 50 people. And there's a bunch of different channels on there with, start sit questions, trade questions. Also, I will chug a beer if anyone that joins the Discord as well with the super chat. Just one Discord, I will fucking chug a beer. And you're not going to regret it, man. Because Ray, how badass is the Discord?
Oh, it's awesome.
It's our own little community.
It's super engaging, man. Everybody's there, and we're a community, so we're there to help each other.
And there's no assholes, which I like. Jay says, how did your picks do? Mine not so good. I went 3-5. I went 1-3, bro. Not good. Courtland Sutton hit, but still 30 and 16 in the year. So you're gonna have bad weeks once in a while. Geno Smith was a bad bet. They didn't run any plays. Daniel Jones had 10. Daniel Jones had 10 yards rushing. He needed 15. He had that in the second quarter, and then the game got out of hand. And then Jalen Hurts had negative rushing yards. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, he looks insane. Old. I don't know. Just crazy.
That offense looks so weird, dude. So weird.
Titan Styles, an Eagles fan. There's a lot of Eagles fans in the Discord, so you're going to be right at home if you join that Titan. Crazy. I took JMO before ETN, Dak, and Stevenson. No, I don't think it's crazy on any of those fronts because JMO, I think JMO's still gonna be fine. Are you worried about JMO, Ray? I obviously like where you draft him in the 5th round. That's a problem, but he's still a every week wide receiver 3. He's like the ideal wide receiver 3, right? He's boomer bust.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally winning you. He may not win you the week because he'll get you 2 to 5 points, but all of a sudden he gets you 20 to 30, and you're not crying about it so much. So no, I mean, I think where you drafted him, you're not crazy. Of course, you have all me and Rob, all of everybody has pick regret at the moment for different things, but what you did, no, I think you're good.
Right, I played 25 leagues and count my life's 11 leagues. That's 36 drafts I did, not counting my 400 best balls. I have a lot of regrets. I also have a lot of happiness, right? Of Javonte Williams and George Pickens and just all the guys that I drafted. Tucker Kraft, I still am taking a W on Tucker Kraft for where I drafted him. That are just propelling my teams right now everywhere. But I can always go back, and even my teams that are 6-1. By the way, my $500 league, I'm 7-0 with I'm high points by 150 points in Fantrax, 4K to first place, dude. My team's stacked. I have Ibuka. Ibuka's my flex. It's just a stacked team. I have Javonte Williams. I have Ibuka. I have Bijan. I don't know. It's a good team, obviously 7-0. But I like that. Usually it works the other way when you do one. That's my highest money league. Everything else is $250, and I have one 500. So I love having that be my best team. So, hopefully I don't shit the bed in the playoffs. But getting that bye is everything, man. That's what you got to do. Let's see. You think Brian Thomas is a major injury, Ray? Like I saw it. It's a shoulder injury, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it should be major, but of course they're not. I mean, they need him, and they're in. I mean, right now they're playing catch up with the Colts, and the AFC has. I mean, the AFC is going to be tough, so they need him to play. So, I mean, I'm hoping it might be only a week or two. It'll be, I mean, because again, they need the guy. So, but if he's injured, he's injured. But it didn't look that bad from what I saw. So I'm hoping like he has only a week or two.
Untitled, it says, if I join the Discord, you're going to sendy. What does that mean? Am I going to sendy? I don't know what that means. I'll chug a beer. You got to join the Patreon to get in the Discord. Once you join the Patreon, I send you a link to the Discord. Then you're in. Taj says, Jake Ferguson's on pace for 127 catches for 600 yards and 12 touchdowns. Is that right? Is that really right? 600 yards?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His yardage has not been shit. He's all catches and touchdowns so far. So he's a PPR machine.
That's PPR. That's a scam right there. And he's a PPR machine, and he's also a standard machine. So it's just half points where we don't want him.
Right.
That's crazy. Blake's back in here. What's going on, Blake? Former Buccaneers running back Doug Martin. By the way, Doug Martin fucked up. Let's pour one out for Doug Martin, Dougie B, the muscle hamster. I believe we were talking in the Discord. I think he had I know he had a 4 touchdown game. I think he might have been one of the elite that had a 5 touchdown game, right?
Well, I think it was 2012. He had like almost 1,500 yards, like 14 touchdowns, and I mean he was a stud that year.
Yeah, he was a top 3 running back.
I mean, there was a time with maybe 3 to 4 years that like he was a first round pick in fantasy. If not, at least for sure, I feel like about 3 years. Like if not a first round, second round pick, borderline. So yeah, rest in peace. That's terrible. I mean, he's only 36 years old. I mean, it's crazy.
Can you guys help me with a trade? I have Kittle and Warren. Which should I trade? Well, Kittle. After this performance by Kittle, you can't trade Kittle though. You can't. He just had 0 catches. So that's going to scare people off. It wouldn't scare me off. I'm just saying.
But it's a name.
I think you had to trade Warren. I think you had to trade Warren right now.
I'm just going Kittle because he's a name. People, Rob, unfortunately, people aren't as smart as
let me ask you this, right? Who do you want? You want rest of the season? You want Kittle or Warren rest of the season?
Warren.
You want Warren over Kittle rest of the season?
Yeah.
I don't. I think it's close. I think it's tied. But I'm going to trade the guy that's producing right now and like crushing right now. So I'm going to trade Warren, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm trade Warren. They both haven't had their bye yet.
I just think that if you have somebody who loves Warren and wants him, trade him. If somebody is just like somebody went to Iowa University and loves Kittle, I'm saying just use your discretion because honestly, I could go either way. Rob's not wrong. I just think you need to depend on the person who you're trading with to make that decision.
Yeah, feel it
Personally.
out. It doesn't matter to you. You're fine either way is the point. You're fine either way. You have
Yes,
those guys.
yes.
Turgay says, is Rice a top 10 wide receiver rest of the season? Dude, I mean, this is his first game, and they're designing the one thing they always design, the short stuff for him. They design red zone stuff for him in this game. And dude, it looks really good. It looks really good, man. It looks amazing. So yeah, he's top 10 for sure.
Fact.
Titan style. I got Chase and Pickens pretty much 1-to-1. I don't know what that means.
He traded Pickens for Chase.
Oh, what? Oh, I want Chase. Yeah, fuck yeah. You want
Yeah,
that
that's
oh, right. He said it right before Flacco got traded. I see how that happened.
Hell yeah, Titan style. That's a great
Pickens,
fucking trade. Great. I know, but
yeah,
especially with Flacco. Flacco's a old style professional. He's going to his best receiver every time, clearly. 23 targets is like, yeah, it's a great trade.
Oh, Untitled. Yeah, I won't shotgun because I don't do, I'm a real man. I don't need to do that. I can just chug a beer and like, you know what I'm gonna do for the people? I'm gonna show you an awesome clip of me at a bar. Love this clip right here. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Here you go.
Look at that pale bastard.
Hey man, I'm a big guy.
Okay.
That was 3 seconds. Ray, you're a lot bigger than me, but yeah, that was 3 seconds. I can crush beers.
If I can crush them fast.
So yeah, I got you, Untitled. And also you're gonna get in the Discord, which is amazing. If you want actually more perks, play fantasy leagues with us, which will in time. I don't know if this year is in the play. We're doing an NFL fantasy playoff league, which is after the league ends for actual NFL playoffs. Next year, 2026, I'm gonna give away free entries once this actually starts taking off. And play against me and Story. Ray will be in there. We'll have like 4 or 5 of them, and 1 or 2 of us will be in every league, kind of thing. I'm still trying to like storyboard it out, if that makes sense. Michael says, I got QJ, Marv, Jacoby that I'm willing to trade with Kittle and Warren. What player can I get? So QJ, Marv, Jacoby, trade QJ. He had a touchdown today. He had like 4 targets. Or Jacoby, but you're not going to get shit for Jacoby. So trade QJ and trade either tight end and try to get, I think Nico Collins, Drake London after this down game, one of those two. I think they're both appreciated assets that are wide receiver ones.
Yeah, I mean, both those tight ends are great targets. I mean, if you could trade Jacoby for one of those guys with something, with a little something added in, go for it. But I doubt that's going to happen. So I would probably trade, because Marvin Jr. and QJ are so similar in ways. I would probably just trade QJ if you want one of those higher end tight ends, just to be sure that you can get that tight end. Just because Marvin Harrison Jr. The guy has talent. It's just his confidence is so down right now. But if
so bad, his hands suck. It's bad. It's his second year too, bro. It's fucking
it makes his dad. His dad must be pissed off with him.
So we covered this a little earlier. We touched on it real quick from Scott. What's going on, Scott? Also a Patreon member. Got to shout out Scott. He's the man. Is this no patch catching thing going to be a theme for Kittle, or is just because Atlanta's defense or being the first week back? I think it was a combination. Here's the promising thing about Kittle right now. Taj, I'll get to your super chat in a second. Thank you, man. Is that he played every snap. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I think it was like 88% of the snaps. That's the thing, is that he seems fully back. So like, this is a good prime buy opportunity for George Kittle. I wouldn't trade him after this performance, but you're not worried at all, are you, Ray?
No, he's going to be an elite option going forward. I really think it was just with the game and just the flow of it, and on top of it, Hip being his first week back, I wouldn't be worried about it going forward.
Here we go. From Taj, should I trade Devonta Smith for Rashad White and Ricky Pearsall? I'll give you this. If you have Bucky Irving, I'm more likely to do this trade because it gives you insurance. If you don't have Bucky Irving, now the thing is that the Bucs have a week 9 bye. So I'm pretty sure they're probably going to hold out Bucky one more week, because why would they bring him back for the bye? Like, get him fully healthy. So you're getting a 1 week rental from Rashad White, and then Ricky Pearsall. We don't know what the fuck's going on there. Now they have Kittle back. They have Jennings looks okay tonight. Like, Ricky Pearsall, I'm worried about right now. Really worried about.
And
I'm not doing that trade.
Ayuk's coming back in week 10. They're saying so. It's just a matter of time for him as well. I'm not doing the trade either. Just especially because you said White's a rental.
Turgay made $92 in sports bet. Here's your cut. Thank you, man. I must have told him some good advice because my picks, actually, my actual picks on beating the odds did not do well this week. Now, a lot of people have made a lot of money on my picks this year because they are crushing. This week was a bad week for me. But hey, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Anyone that, every little thing helps. I'm getting close. I need a couple more for a beer chug, and I'm getting close. So looking forward to that. Kappa's in here. What's going on, Kappa? Let me get back up to the chat here. I got a little behind here. We got JDT in here. What's up, JD? Blake has been watching. Sorry, I called Blake out. I was like, he hasn't been in the chat. He's always watching. Blake is my Jamie, by the way. He's going to be my Jamie. He's the media manager in the show. Appreciate all the thumbnails, everything Blake does. He was on the show on Friday night. He was awesome. Love you, Blake. You're the man. Yeah, again, rip Doug Martin. What a fantasy hero Doug Martin was. I mean,
yeah, that's sad
he
situation.
was almost like a poor man's MJD, right?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what he was, for sure.
Ooh, Blake's a Packers fan, even though he lives in Kentucky, which is cool. Next Sunday, actually not cool for him because he always just rips on Kentucky. But next Sunday Night Football game, Packers versus Steelers. He's a big Aaron Rodgers fan, so that it is a problem. He's a Packers fan. He loves Aaron Rodgers. So what do you hope happens? Because a tie? Packers have ties on primetime game, Blake. We just seen it. That's what he wants. Packers gonna have 2 ties this year. Oh, CK has our update here. Police were responding to a reported home break-in just after 4:15 a.m. East Coast, East Oakland, when a brief struggle occurred before Martin became unresponsive after being taken into custody. So you're saying it was like a Sean Taylor situation, right? Isn't that Sean Taylor was in a burglary?
Right, that's what I'm getting off of that.
God, what a shame we lost Sean Taylor. He was one of the best safeties of all time, right? Madden hero. I love Sean Taylor in Madden.
Dude, I mean, there's no way. I'm sorry. If anyone wants to argue with me, happily at me, because he was a Hall of Famer if he didn't die. Like, that dude was one of the he was an Ed Reed, like a scarier Ed Reed, basically, in my eyes. Hello? Hello. What's up, everybody? Yeah, we lost Rob. Just give us a sec to reconnect here. What's going on, everybody? How do your fantasy days go today? Texting. Oh, Rob says internet went out, so let's give it a sec. All right, everybody. Rob texted me saying that his internet went down, so just let's just give it a second for him. All right, definitely. All right, Blade. Let me keep it going. Yeah, man. Green Bay, like Rob said, dude. Green Bay seems to be playing down to their competition. So that's weird because the Bears. I'm a Bears fan. They always kill us, so it's weird to see that. Yeah, dude, Menser, dude. Yeah, Doug Martin died today, dude. Or it was reported he died today, age 36. And the first thing I heard is what who was that up here? Somebody was telling us it sounds like it was almost like a Sean Taylor situation. So hopefully that's not true, but rest in peace, Doug Martin, man. Muscle hamster. But you need 12 Titans style down 11 with Tampa Bay kicker. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you have a pretty good chance, I think, with that because I feel like there's going to be a pretty high scoring game. So, assuming with they don't Tampa Bay doesn't have all their offensive pieces together, they'll have some field goal opportunities. So I think you might be able to pull that one off. CK, I need 12 from Seattle defense. Oof. It might be rough. I mean, we praying for some sort of big turnover. But I mean that's not. I'm praying for you, CK. Awesome, Alex. Glad to hear that you won all your stuff. Oh man, lost the game 68-200. Oh geez, Turgay. That's rough, bro. That's crazy. Oh, that's a Metzer. Yeah, starting Fields, bro. I mean, I love Fields. I was a Bears fan, but the guy just can't play quarterback. It seems like, unfortunately. Time style. Jalen Hurts the first play. Hey, time style. Hurts. I think he's on the perfect team for what they got going, to be perfectly honest with you. Like if he's on another team, I don't know if he would be as good as he is right now. But the guy he's elite. He's good. He's won a Super Bowl. Not gonna argue with that. JTD. As long as Goff and Gibbs, everyone's winning all three matchups. Well, I think you might be all right with that. With Goff and Gibbs getting 35 points, especially if you're PPR. I think you're gonna be good with that, to be honest, because I need Goff to go off, and they have a good matchup. So I'm with you on that. I think you should be okay. I'll pray for you. All right, entitled. You think Lamar Jackson's gonna be a good play next week? Yeah, he's going against the Bears. So I mean, I know the Bears defense looked good this week, and they do lead the league in turnovers, but Lamar's elite, so you play him if you have him. Yeah, JTT 93. Yeah, Drake May was elite today. He looks so good. Again, as a Bears fan, doesn't make me feel great that we took a UNC quarterback and Mitch Trubisky years ago, and he's complete trash. And then the New England Patriots take one last year, and he seems to be a absolutely ascending quarterback in this league. So, yeah, he's doing awesome so far. Hetzer Metzer. Dude, yeah. I picked up Boswell as well, Hetzer Metzer, and of course he only gives 8 points for my league at least. So nothing great, but yeah, CK, dude, that Denver game and was absolutely crazy with the Giants. I mean, that Big Dick Nicks for sure saved you and many other people. He had a hell of a game at the end there in that second half, especially in that fourth quarter. All right, Jay Van down 9 is done. And I have CLD and Tampa kicker. Yeah, I mean, Jay Vanek, if you lose, that would be crazy to me. Blake, yeah, I see. Well, you know what, Blake, you're a great guy. It's just still, just lets me down a bit. You're a Packers fan, but I can let you slide. So, especially with that explanation, makes a lot more sense to me. Steve, bear down, baby. James Bond, Troy Flingman next week against Dallas. Or is your home's Miami? Oof. To be honest, I'm probably going Algier at home against Miami just because the Falcons at home are just next level. So that's probably going to be a blowout. So Bijan, I have Bijan in one league, so I'm praying that he'll have a huge game right away and they take him out and let Algier do more. Franklin against Dallas. I mean, that's not going to be a bad play either because Dallas' defense is terrible. I would just go Algier at home because the Falcons are so good at home. That's since we won. Yeah, Hetzer Metzer, dude. That's fancy, dude. It's so up and down. You never know. Blake, shut your mouth. You're not wrong, but gosh damn, that Chris Conte blown touchdown in that NFC Championship game is in my nightmares for life. So be happy about that for yourself. Unfortunately for us, it's Untitled prediction of the Ravens. So Untitled, I think it's going to be a closer game than I think a lot of people are going to expect. If the Bears are able to run the ball as well as they have been the last couple of weeks, I think the Bears are going to could squeeze out that win just like they have been the last couple of weeks with these wins. But if they're not able to run the ball as well, and and Lamar's back, it's gonna be a hard game because Lamar's obviously elite. And honestly, I think that really comes down to if Lamar plays or not. Because if Lamar plays or not, if he doesn't, it's Cooper Rush and it's Bears. I mean, if the Bears lose that game, that's pathetic on their end, even if they're at Ravens. But if Lamar's back, which he should be, it's going to be a harder game for them. And I think that it'll be closer than most national people think. But the Ravens will probably win. But I'm a huge Bears fan, so I'm going to hold out hope. But if I'm putting a bet, I'll probably bet the Ravens. Dude, just Titan Soldiers Army Swift and Scat for Saquon and Ladd might beat his ass for. Yes, Titan, I would do the same. Yeah, I know Hetzer. That's the thing. Hetzer Metzer is that Troy. I mean, that's the thing is that's why I said that I would just as a here's the thing. If you need a high end play, you play Troy Franklin. If you need a safer bet, you play Algier because Algier is going to give you a safer floor. Franklin's going to give you the higher ceiling. All right. They call me Tidbit or do. All right. They call me Tidbit or David. So Lamar Jackson's coming back next week, as far as I know. I have him in one of my leagues, and they're coming off a bye. So I think he should be coming. As far as I know, he's coming back next week. Off the top of my head, let's see here. As far as I know, to be honest, like I said, I think I know Lamar is the biggest guy coming back. So I don't have a list in front of me at the moment, so I'm sorry about that. But Lamar's definitely coming back. Blake, effective score of the Giants game was no, dude. That Giants game was absolutely insane today. I mean, God, how fun was that watching that game? I mean, that was such a good game. CK, Ray. All right. So you're dropping Trayvon Henderson. Here's the thing. I have him in 2 leagues. I'm not dropping him right now because I am the belief that Stevenson gets hurt. He will be a very high end of the season pick. But the problem is that he's not doing anything for you right now. So if you need help right now, drop him and be at somebody that's going to give you some help right now. If you can afford to hold on to him for the end of the season, stats. Because like I said, I think that they don't take him 38th overall and not use the guy, which they're not using him now. So either he did something, he can't understand the playbook, can't block, whatever it is. But my long and short answer, you need help now, drop him if you can hold on. If you don't need help and you're doing good, hold on to him for a stash. Time style, it just depends who's on your waiver wire, dude. Honestly, it's so hard for me to because I'm in 4 leagues and all 4 of my leagues, I'm in 2 10 teams and 2 12 teams. They're so wide ranging different players. I mean, Bam Knight looks like to be the running back 1 in Arizona. And so, I mean, if he's available, if you just need some quick help while Trey Benson's out, he could be a good pick for running back. Even Isaiah Davis is for the Jets is a hold for a handcuff for Breece Hall, but we know how bad that offense is looking. So, any elite handcuffs that are out there, or just any good offensive handcuffs that are out there, would be a good ad if I were you. Yeah, I mean Hetzer, I wouldn't be so upset about starting Algier at home against Miami if I'm you. That's all. All right, Blake, I'm saying just retired. Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, Blake. But they didn't. 14 Yeah, that's the thing, Hetzer. It's like it's so hard when you're in a 14-man league. They really you gotta dig deep, and that's the thing to where just look honestly, if I were you, if you're looking to add any running backs or anything like that, or just any type of positional players, go on teams' depth charts and look at players that are higher, high end backups on depth charts and get them as stash players. Riley Peter. All right, Riley Peter. So early first, early third. So Riley Peter, honestly, I'm not in any dynasty leagues, but from what it's looking like, you traded London's hard and an early first and early third. But getting Neighbors is an elite thing. Like that's an elite pick. Plus getting a top 3 pick in dynasty, I think you did okay with that. Swift is going to be good for next year or two. He's not going to be a long-term play, but all right, James Bond, Troy Fleming, 10 targets. Honestly, dude, Bo Nix has just been looking pretty rough this year. I was so high on him. I really wanted him this year. I didn't get any stock in him. To be honest, I'm not too mad about it right now because he's just not looking. He's not looking what he was looking like as a rookie last year, which I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on because I love Sean Payton as a as an offensive coach. He's so good. But the thing is that with Bo Nix, the way he was playing today, like I saw his numbers when it was somewhere around the fourth quarter, and he was like 13 for like 28 or something like that. It was shocking to see how bad he was, and just Bo Nix he's a decent starting fantasy quarterback. It's just that right now, as an NFL quarterback, he's just not playing as well. So that's why with Troy Franklin, I know he got 10 targets, but only 3 receptions. I think it's just Bo Nix is not playing as well as he was last year. Right now, we're on Logan.
I'm back, gentlemen.
We're on Logan Polito. 12-21.
Yeah, give me a couple more. Do a couple more, and I got to do something real quick, and then we'll be good. So
right.
You're killing it. You're killing it, Ray.
All right, so Logan, Chase, Monty, and Dimes, or Achan, Jukin, and Tara. I would get Chase, Lodge 85, Debo, and Mika. See, shit. Man, that's a hard. Damn, that's a good question. I would probably say Chase, Monty, and Dimes, just because you have CMC. Oh God, I get Chase. Yeah, Rob, I don't know if you can see that, but I would probably do. So he's basically saying Chase, Monty, and Dimes, or Achan, Junkins, or the rookie on the first round rookie. I can't pronounce his name, but on the Panthers.
Tataroa.
Yes.
Chase, Monty, and Dimes, or Achan, Junkins, Tataroa. I want Achan, Junkins, and Tataroa for sure.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I would probably go that way as well.
I want that.
Hey, real quick, Hetzker Metzger, he was asking me earlier. He said he's got Tyler Algier at Miami next week, or Troy Franklin. Whoever the Broncos are playing next week.
What's the scoring? If it's PPR, I'm probably Franklin. If it's half PPR or standard, it's definitely Algier, bro. You have the easiest matchup ever against Miami.
I just told him Algier because it's at home against Miami. Algier is going to get a lot of work at home because they're so bad. That was just my pick, but
right. Okay, I think we're fine here. Give me one second.
All right, so yeah, Hetzer Metzer Tyler Algier sucked tonight, but I hope to God he turns around next week. I need him. Honestly, dude, look how bad Miami's playing, and I told you how well Falcons play at home compared on the road. Like, the numbers, the stars are aligning for Algier to have a good game. Am I wrong on that?
No, you're right. And Ray, you killed it, bro. Look at you. I know it's a lot, but I've done 3.5 hours of this solo. It's fun. Those of you, sorry, honestly, my internet shut out of me.
Sorry, I hope I did okay, dude.
You did great. I was watching while I was trying to get my internet figured out. Those of you watching, I know a couple of you guys asked about the Patreon. The link I had in there was like not clickable. So I did switch that up in the time being. If you want to get in there, if you want me to chug a beer, if you want to get part of the Discord, that's the way to get in the Discord. You got to get in the fucking Discord. The community is unreal. Thank you to everything. Hetzer, I don't know if you're in there. Logan, all you guys, if you want to get in there, Riley, it's this shit literally 21 hours a day. There's like 3 hours a day, 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. where there's no one in the Discord. I'm usually up anyway. JD says Gatson, the Chargers tight end, should be a hot pickup. Dude, Gadsden looks good, man. And I feel like he kind of surpassed the other tight ends there. And it's going to be touch and go week to week. But like that dude after the catch is a monster, man. Are you buying into that, Ray?
Yeah. I mean, especially with tight ends, like if you are good after the catch, that's what it's all about. Because that's the thing, like when you have tight ends that just can't move after the catch, it's just harder. You know what I mean? Like for them to make points. So when a guy who can do great rack, run after the catch, I'm all about that.
I like that rack instead of yak. I like that, man. Bench Henderson, I think it's almost time to, I'm not cutting him personally, but like it's getting to that fucking point.
Well, that's what I told them earlier. I told them earlier, I'm like, if you need help right now, drop him. If you can, hold on to him, because I think if Stevenson gets hurt, there's just no way the dude doesn't take off. But who knows? I mean, something happened. I don't know. Like Storey said, maybe he doesn't know the offensive playbook well enough. I don't know. It's something's going on. But if you need help right now, I would drop him. If you don't necessarily, I would keep him.
Ray, what do you expect the split from Manungai and Swift to be from James Bond going forward?
Was how well Swift is playing, 70-30, 60-40, somewhere in there. Maybe even 80-20. I don't know. Swift's playing really well right now. But I understand they gave Manungai some run. So Manungai is a person who might be worth holding on to, for down the road.
Titan has a dynasty question for us. So he is 3-4 right now. He's probably not going to win. He can keep 5 per year. He has Jaden Daniels, Ladd, Genty, Justin Jefferson, Rome, Garrett Wilson, RJ. Who should I try to trade? So I think, who's GP? Is that who the hell would GP be? GP. I think the trade would be
your guys, Pickens.
Oh, George Pickens. I think George Pickens is the trade because we don't know where he's going to end up next year. So I think George Pickens is a guy to trade because all the other guys are young or it's Justin Jefferson. So yeah, I think you trade George Pickens right now. Trade him high and get your thing. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kamara for Saquon. I'm doing that trade. I'm doing that trade right now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Run to the hills and do that.
Alex, I think I'm gonna hit up. Who the hell is Jahmyr Gibbs total yards tomorrow? Not rushing yards because it's tough against Tampa's defense. But Jahmyr Gibbs has sucked the last couple of weeks. It's like 92 yards. I think I like that one. What do you think about that, Ray?
I mean, I would think he should be able to do 92 total yards.
You would think so. And instead of doing the receiving yards, like he hasn't been targeted a lot, I think it's just you do the total yards. Hetzer says, do I start Kenneth Gainwell against Green Bay? He sucked ass against the Bengals. Probably not, man. If you have a better option, like I'd rather start Nick Chubb, for instance. Sucks, but like,
I mean,
he says my starting 2 running back are going to buy. I have David Montgomery and Bucky Irving. That's my problem. Yeah, I guess you're going to have to because there's not much else to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest Kenneth Gainwell guy, but they're giving him a lot of run right now. So there's worse options. Like I have to start Pacheco next week, so I would rather start Gainwell.
Do you guys think Justin Fields will get benched the rest of the season? I mean, until there's an injury, they can't really bring him back. They shouldn't. They should keep him out there, but he's awful right now. It's terrible. It's the play calling's bad too. It's not just him.
They're paying him $20 million a year right now. So I mean, if they're a gun to my head, and I'm guessing, yeah, he'll come back. But I mean, he's looked so bad, and unfortunately, since he's been in the league, he is statistically wins and everything the worst quarterback. So he's my guts tell me he ain't coming back, but I would assume just because it's the NFL, he will. But who knows? He's probably done.
Titan style. I traded for Kamara. Let me guess. I'm just fucked.
What'd you trade for him?
No. What is your outlook on Kamara? Give me your outlook on Kamara because it's not great right now. I feel like Kamara could be a buy low just because, like, the age and how bad the offense has been, how bad he's been. He's still a startable guy week to week. It's my opinion.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, he is a super, super high trade chip. Like he's a high chance of being traded. And running backs being traded, to good teams usually end up doing pretty well. So I don't know, let's just say like the Bears, for instance. I know the Bears aren't a great team, but if the Bears traded for Kamara, I'm saying our offense compared to theirs, you would just with Ben Johnson, you think the ceiling would automatically be higher, and just so
Right.
since he can still do all three all three downs, he can be a pass catching and run, and a runner. I'm not that low on him. It's just that he is injury prone. I'm in the middle with him because he can get traded and all of a sudden become a top 15, top 10 running back every week if he goes to the right team. So
Scott started golf over Herbert, not feeling great about it. I mean, Herbert had 400 yards passing, but that was just like the whole game was garbage time for him essentially. And I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry, Scott. I got golf starting tomorrow, and I need him to win in one of me and Rob's leagues. So I got the faith in him.
Yeah, I think golf's gonna be set for like 25 points tomorrow, right? Depending on the scoring, but I think so.
I hope so because I left Daniel Jones and Stafford on my bench. So, oops.
Caleb, you got to just keep Saquon because you can't trade him unless someone's want to trade for him based on his name and give you between where his value is now and where he was drafted, where he should have been. Maybe do that. I'm not in the business of trading players low. Saquon will be better. The team is getting better. It can't be this bad, right, Ray?
Look how well the passing offense looked today. I mean, it's showing signs of them becoming more of a complete offense. So with the passing game on top of the run game, I'm with him, dude. If you're not getting anything worthwhile back in return for Saquon, like I'm just saying, like a CeeDee Lamb or something like a level like that, and you're just getting I don't know, a Cortland Sutton and I don't know. Would you trade Cortland Sutton and Kyrie Williams for him?
Probably, but I don't want to do it.
Well,
yeah.
But I'm just saying there you go. But that's like the level of trade we're talking about. That's the floor of what we're talking about. You know what I mean? So like,
right.
Unless you're getting something like honestly worthwhile, because what I just said, you're getting a wide receiver 1 for a wide receiver 1 and a wide receiver 2 on their or wide receiver or running back 1 on their team. I know not fantasy wise, but you're still getting the number 1s on both their teams for that position. So again, because I'm an opportunity guy. I love opportunity for fantasy. So.
Benson and Malik Washington for Kamara. I want Kamara over Benson. I like Benson, but like, give me Kamara.
I'm doing that. I'm running to the hills for that trade.
Blake's 1-6. I'm sorry, bro. Hey, you know what? Run the table 8-6. You can make the playoffs. I know it sounds crazy, but you could, and I've seen crazier stuff.
Hey, by the way, they were asking me earlier, you think Lamar's playing next week? I'm thinking he is because that's what I think.
Guaranteed. The season's on the line.
Well, I thought he could have played this past week, but because they had the bye, that's why they didn't play him. Plus they're like, oh, look at the Bears coming. Even if they're 4-2, like we'll kick their ass.
Lost my ass betting on Bijan to go over rushing yards. Niners lose Warner and get better at stopping the run. The Falcons, Ray, tell me how bad are the Falcons on the road? Because that's the problem right now, right?
Yeah, the Falcons on the road it's literally, what do they call it, hide and Jekyll? Like it's night and day when they're on the road compared to at home. And the thing is, they have the Falcons in a good way for fantasy wise, but not a good way for betting for rushing wise. They've seemed to be trying to use them a lot more. How like the 49ers tonight used, because they were really talking about it on the game tonight. How the Falcons seem to be trying to use Bijan in a more CMC, like gadgety in any possible way, moving him at the outside receiver, anything, a bunch of motion to get him the ball. And so that equals out to a lot more evenly rushing yards and receiving yard games like we had today, to where the rushing fact is not going to be as much as play. And on top of that, with the rushing game, when they're on the road, they're usually behind with the game script, so it's a passing game thing compared to a more running game style of play when they're at home, when they have the lead more often than
not. Smitty with 183 yards and a tutty won my week with Hurts and quarterback combo Wombo.
Wombo. Good job, man. That's nice.
Caleb, I took your advice, started Kraft at the flex, got me 16.8. Thank God, because QJ didn't do much. Yeah, QJ had a touchdown, but Kraft had it's so weird. He doesn't get used enough, but like they gotta throw that fucker the ball more because he's their most dynamic pass catcher, dude. Like he's the best after the catch they have. He's pretty dynamic on the sideline. Like the dude's just awesome. Love Tucker Craft. That's my dude.
No, he's awesome. I wish I had stock in him. I don't, but I don't. Yeah, I wish I did though.
It's all good, Blake. You know what? It's 1 year, and next year you're going to play 4 or 5 leagues with your knowledge and also the knowledge you're getting from this pod. You're going to wipe the floor with your boys. Wipe the floor with your boys.
Thanks.
All right. Do you get to work tomorrow, Ray?
Yeah.
Time do you have to wake up?
5:45.
That sucks ass. And you stayed on it and ran the show for like 15 or 20 minutes, man. What a fucking dude.
Making up for yesterday.
Blake, I'll try to get you in Story's Fantasy League if you want to play. I don't know if they have an opening, but thank you, TB. Look at these guys. These guys are such nice supporters of me. They love me. I don't know why they love me. I'm such an asshole, aren't I, Ray?
Well, to me, but that's okay. I love you.
Thanks, man. All right. Well, I know Ray has to get off. I'll probably get off here soon as well. If I get off in the next 3 minutes, I get free AI generated short clips that I can put on YouTube. So
kicking me off. Is that what you're doing?
Well, no, I'm just trying to think. It's been an hour 56 minutes. I have 4 minutes. It's either like if I don't get off now, I'll stay on for another hour. But I don't have another beer right now, so I probably shouldn't drink another one. It's been a long fucking day.
Yeah, we had a morning game this morning, so
I hate those, bro.
You know what though? They've been Thursday, and those games have been Thursday. First off, Thursday night games have been so much better because I think NFL woke up to making more divisional games. Thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong? I mean, Thursday night games are always
no. They've been better. Thursday nights have been good.
Yes, yeah, but those overseas games are much more often than not trash.
Well, one last question here. How do you evaluate Jordan Addison? Also, Breece Hall, buy low, stay away from the goddamn Jets. I think he's a buy low because he might get traded. Jordan Addison has been killing it. I think I would trade him right now, though. He's outproducing Justin Jefferson right now. That ain't going to happen.
No. I agree with both those things. I would trade Jordan Addison now and Breece Hall because he's talented and they're so bad. I mean, I'd be shocked if he wasn't traded. So.
Yeah, he will be. He will be. All right, gentlemen. Super fun. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Tomorrow night, I don't know if Ray, you want to come on, maybe Story will be on, whatever, 10:45. Usually 20 minutes after the primetime game ends. We're on here.
I got a lot of fantasy implications tomorrow, so I'll be more than happy to hop on.
So do I. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for all your support. Patreon, Discord. We'll get into all that tomorrow. I'll fix the link in the description so you guys can actually get in the Discord. Sorry about that. You guys are awesome. Ray, thank you for holding it down for 20 minutes. Thank you for coming on. Chat was awesome. You guys are awesome.
Love you guys.
Love
thank you so much for your support.
And we will we'll talk to you soon. Peace.
You guys have a nice night.
Stay positive. Love your life. Love your life. Respect each other. Love football.
you guys. Thank you.
Love your life. And love Ray.